Hello and welcome to Checkpoint on campus for the first time this year. Jacob Brothers is here, and across the metaphorical desk is the wonderful Erica Sedora. Erica, how are you today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am doing all right. I get to start driving to Houston soon, but that's neither here nor there. You want to know what's happening in this week's episode. So, coming up, we're going to be having a talk with Daniel Ibrahim from University of St. Thomas, talking about the bootcamp that they did with the Houston Outlaws. We're going to be talking about Malone University's program launch, and we're going to be rounding out the show with talking about the esports virtual college fair, all coming up in this week's episode of Checkpoint on Campus. Don't you move a muscle.
Let's go. Let's energize your future with experiences that empower possibility. At Oakland University, at the heart of every program lies a pathway to self-discovery, where you'll learn by doing, whether it's in a lab, on a field, or in a community, where you can pursue your passions and be a part of something meaningful. So let's go beyond traditional thinking and discover your purpose. Learn more at oakland.edu/support.
Hello, and welcome to Checkpoint on Campus. Jacob Brothers is here, and Erica Sedora is there. And joining us as a very, very special guest, we are joined by Daniel Ibrahim, who is the hit scan player for St. Thomas. Daniel, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for bringing me.
Absolutely. So St. Thomas has been playing some scrims in the past week over at the Houston Outlaws area. So I just kind of wanted to ask you about that. So just kind of right out of the gate, what was that week of scrims like? Like, how many scrim matches did you play? What teams did you play against? That kind of a thing.
So we did about 4 hours of scrims a day for 4 days.
Dang.
It was supposed to be 5, but one of the teams had some emergency last minute, had to cancel. A little unfortunate, but what can you do?
Right.
Was this your first time playing Scrim since COVID?
No, I've been scrimming like through the lockdown, just not as much because we're kind of in the off season right now.
Right. Well, was this the first time in person since all the
Oh
COVID
yeah,
stuff started?
yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
How was that? Did it feel weird for scrims to be back in person?
It was weird. It was like pretty interesting. It's like Overwatch is like there's a lot of trust in everything that you do, and there is something a little different about hearing someone through Discord and the fact that he's like right next to you. You gotta listen to him. It's just like if you don't, he's gonna look at you and be like,
Right.
"Dude, come on."
You get the look, right? Yeah. What teams did you guys end up playing throughout the days of scrims?
I think we played Wichita State, UTD, and a couple others, but I can't really remember.
Okay. And so overall, how did those scrims go? Are you feeling good about like
Uh,
the upcoming season?
yeah, I'd say they were pretty productive. I think we learned a lot about ourselves, like team wise. Most of what we worked on was team oriented, not really so much like right down to the individual level.
Right.
So
Could
just
you
kind
expand
of
on
more about
that?
sorry, yeah, that.
So we were coached by Junk Buck, who used to be the coach for the San Francisco Shock, who, as you know, did win Overwatch League.
Mhm.
And so that was like a
Ooh.
huge honor for us to be like, oh my God, it's like Junk Bucks. He's like taking time out of his day to like make us better. And basically his philosophy with us was, I'm going to teach you guys like how not to lose. Like if you're losing fights, I'll show you why. So you don't lose it in the same way again and again and again.
Right. Would
And
you say that's the most valuable thing you learned out of that, or
um,
what did you get most out of that coaching session?
the most I got out of it was actually on the last day when uh, Dante, who is also the DPS player for the Outlaws, made like a quick appearance for a couple maps. And he was watching me and Ivan, the other DPS player. And he was just kind of watching our screens, kind of looking at what we were doing. He was like, give me some like small tips. He's like, hey man, you should, for example, he saw me play and I'm a pretty safe player. I like to make safe, high percentage plays. And he's like, hey man, like you can actually play more risky like in these scenarios. Like you can actually go around them or you can make something and tell your team this. And I was like, oh, I never thought of that. I'll do that in the future.
That's awesome. Yeah. So when you talk to people from the Overwatch League, does it almost seem like they're thinking about a different game? Where like the things they say are just like, oh, I never even considered this kind of a possibility.
Yeah, I think the craziest part about being good at Overwatch or being good at anything is just like knowing that like you don't know what you don't know. And it's like
Right.
they give you a perspective that you literally just did not know about. And you're just like, okay, like that I should have been able like you feel like you should have been able to come up with that conclusion too.
Yeah,
But
they just
you
they just gotta
haven't.
boost your own FOV.
Yeah.
Speaking of being good, so obviously Overwatch, collegiate Overwatch is on the horizon.
Mhm.
How do you think that the team is going to do in the upcoming season? Are we going to go? Are we going to go to the finals? Are we going to go far? What are we thinking? How are we feeling?
I think for this season in the conference, we're aiming for top 10 or top 4 would be pretty ideal. I think the next following season, uh, we're going all the way. We're looking for championship. Second
Okay.
season though. First season,
Okay.
we're keeping our expectations a little milder. Let's go top 10,
Okay.
top 4.
Okay. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Top 4 next year. All of it.
All the way.
Fantastic. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for coming on. This was great.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see how you guys do in the upcoming season, and I wish you guys the absolute best.
Thank you very much.
This week has been super insightful, very eye-opening. I mean, we got to the facility and everyone's just wowed with the setups and everything looks cool. I mean, the first thing that's like really super interesting to me was like the actual physical location. It's like the Outlaws facility is like kind of hidden away behind the main street and the main roads, and then you kind of turn in. There's like this fountain, and it's like, whoa! It's like this is where the Outlaws players play.
Yeah, so basically, like, on Moira, I have to. Dude, we needed this for so long. I needed this buff for so long.
So this sort of started between conversations with Lori and I about just how we wanted this partnership to really grow and evolve, right? Besides just saying that we were partnered. And selfishly, as the director, I always wanted something that I could use to recruit and separate our program from other programs, right? And get top players or do something that would interest players other than what other schools were doing. And so I thought a great way to do that would be first to partner with this organization, but then do something where they could work with the coaching staff, work with the players to really feel like that they could improve at the game they love.
Oh my god, bro. I literally can't do anything. I can't do anything.
Yeah, ready.
New season games, bro. This boot camp, it was amazing. I'm really happy for this opportunity. Like the reason I came here was with the partnership with Houston Outlaws. I thought that was amazing. It's a good opportunity to really have experience in this space. It's something that's really hard since this is kind of like esports is kind of in the Wild West right now.
One thing I asked them before we did any practices were what they wanted to work on. And so I think I tried to, I hope I was able to address that as much as possible.
It means so much to us that, Junk will take time to like step in and help us. Like, we may not be like top level pro players, but he sees value in this enough to come in, answer our questions, watch us practice, and then talk with us after. And the fact that we get a coach for the week, and not only we get a Overwatch League coach in the form of Junkbuck, who's one of the best, we could not be more grateful.
I hoped I was able to stimulate their thoughts and how in the future going forward, when they're on their own, playing on their own themselves, they can remember what I talked to them about, how they could think the game differently.
Having these connections, talking to people with the Houston Outlaws is really great, getting my name out there. And also like thinking about the game, it's a lot of big idea stuff. It really gets me thinking and being more aware of who I am as a player and how I can improve. Things I'm good at, things I'm not good at. And so I just really appreciate this bootcamp. I love the structure around it. I love the advice. I love the exposure. It's amazing.
But yeah, it feels good to be here. I like how it's going. And like I said, I just want to see it grow for us personally more. But then I would love to see, how we can take this and influence the rest of collegiate and other out teams and sort of be responsible for something that maybe grows into a full-fledged Owl League collegiate thing and say, okay, we started that. Like, that was something we all collectively did. That is something I can look back and be the most proud of if we can get there.
That was pretty bad, but
Welcome back once again. The Checkpoint on campus. Jacob Brothers is still here, and Erica Sadora is still here, and we are talking about Malone University's new program. They are launching a new program in this month of January, and with the launch, they're also doing a tournament called Rocket Smash. So, Erica, what can you tell us about Rocket Smash?
Well, I can tell you that the games that we are expecting are Rocket League and Smash Bros. I would have
Who'da
never
thought?
guessed it. Yeah, I would have never guessed it.
I will say it is a great name for a tournament.
It is.
For
Wow.
Rocket League and Smash, there's not much better that you could do.
Rocket Smash. I mean, like, that's not the only unique thing about this, but you should know that it does start January 15th, and the most amazing thing about this is students who are looking to attend Malone University, specifically 9th through 12th graders, are the ones who are participating in this tournament. You will see that this program also offers Valorant, Overwatch, League of Legends. If you hear the clattering in the background, that is my puppy playing with his bone. He's also excited about it. Valorant, Rocket Smash, you know, and participants who are not looking to be competitive are also eligible to play. You can see this at malone.edu/Rocket Smash, and you are also able to register for free on there as well.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about this off camera, but if you're opening a brand new program, like, this is what you should be doing. You know, like, you're opening a sports program. We want to get people involved into our college. How do we do that? Well, I don't know. A tournament for the high schoolers. So that way, because, you know, there's a lot of colleges that are now finding their footing as far as recruitment goes through esports. And so for schools that don't have these traditional sport avenues, they can be like, oh, you don't know about our college? Here's our college. Play in this free tournament. If you're in the top 3, you win money. There's really no way to go wrong there, and it puts your school on the map. So I think whenever there's a new program, there should be tournaments like this. Like,
Not to mention,
kind of a gimme.
because of this, they're able to get scouted a lot easier. You have a tournament, you
Right.
have like kids who are actually really good at esports, and you have the university there. This is a perfect opportunity for students who don't know how to get scouted to get scouted. Not to mention, they are looking to get involved with NACE, and NACE is a perfect way to be a professional esports player as well.
That is true. And so Malone University's program itself will be offering League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, Valorant, and Smash Brothers. And so even though this tournament's only for Rocket League and Smash, there will be more things offered. So if you are interested, once again, this tournament is happening on January 15th. And if you want to get involved, head on over to www.malone.edu/Rocket Smash. And so if you enter, good luck. I'm excited to see what happens with Malone in the future. But coming up next is your weekly preview review after this.
Welcome to your weekly preview review. Today we are starting off with Smash Bros. We were just talking about Rocket Smash, but it's just Smash Bros right now. Registration ends January 15th, and it is actually going to be starting January 14th, but it will be modified to January 20th for an extended registration. So if you're looking to play some Smash Bros other than Rocket Smash, please sign up for that. And then we're going to spiral right into our League of Legends, because League of Legends has some pretty exciting things going on. We are just starting the 2022 Proving Ground Circuit. That is a mouthful in itself. Applications close January 5th, but this is a particularly exciting time for our League of Legends community. This is the first time ever that we have the Academy and our collegiate teams playing in the same tournament. We're going to see our favorite teams like Winthrop University, Maryville, USI playing against the Golden Guardians, EG Prodigies, and 100 Thieves next. We can expect some pretty awesome things here since we have incredible imports playing on both teams. But if you want to check that out, go on unified.ea/on Twitch to see the first round, because you don't know what to expect. I don't even know what to expect, and I love this game. And next up, we are going to be talking about CSL. Here is our intern, Nick, talking about the spring split.
CSL is starting its spring split next week. Signups for the NACE affiliates have already ended, and roster lock is in January 19th. Teams will go through a regular season, then 3 conference brackets, then finally to playoffs and a grand finals, going all the way until May 1st. CSL is one of the premier leagues for the collegiate teams to make their way into either JV or varsity leagues.
And now we are going to be talking about Halo. Jacob, what can you tell us about Halo?
Similar to League of Legends being super dope, Halo is also super dope, and it is all the way back. We had talked about some successful tournaments last time, but now UGC has actually picked it up. So UGC will be hosting Collegiate Halo this season in association with College Halo, who did the previous 2 tournaments. And so the UGC Collegiate Spring tournament will be happening on February 8th, starting at 4 p.m. Only 32 teams can register, and 19 teams have already signed up. So be sure to look up the UGC Collegiate Spring if you want to get involved in that, because spots are probably going to go quick. On the other side of Shooter World, Call of Duty is going to go as scheduled on January 16th. The season's always been popping. Maybe Ottawa will just do it all over again. Who knows? The only way to find out is if you watch. So definitely be sure to check out twitch.tv/collegecod. And then you might be saying, what about the other giant esports, the Overwatches and the Rocket Leagues? And to that, we say TBD. It has not been disclosed yet, but when we know, you'll know. And that was your preview review. Coming up next is our little conversation about the esports virtual college fair right after this. Hello for the last time of this episode of Checkpoint on Campus. Jacob Brothers is still here, and Erica Sador is still there. You know us, hopefully love us. And here we are talking about the Esports Virtual College Fair. So the Esports Virtual College Fair is a seminar in which all high school sophomores and up that are a part of the Scholastic Esports Federation, NACE, and or the High School Esports League can connect and interact with different esports programs around the country. Now, Erica, what's the vital information for this?
Let's mark our calendars all together for Thursdays because the registration ends January 13th, Thursday at 11:59 EST, and then it actually begins January 20th, 2020 on a Thursday. Or 2022, I'm so sorry, I'm back 2 years. On a Thursday.
I think we all are.
Yeah, I mean, like this year's Thursday. Anyways, so what can we expect out of this virtual fair? I just want to say straight up that it's really exciting to have a virtual fair, especially in such weird times we're in, and also it's a lot more accessible for students who are unable to actually see the college fair itself. What can we expect out of this?
Yeah, virtual fairs have been happening more and more in the past couple of years for obvious reasons, but the way that these events generally run is having experts in the space be in glorified Zoom calls, just kind of explaining various facets of the space, be it if it's branding, if it's player involvement, if it's running a program, just anything for both people on the top and people on the bottom to kind of learn about and get the vital information that they need. And we'll be expanding more on this in next week's episode, but we wanted to put this on your guys' radar now because the deadline to register, once again, as Erica said, is January 13th. So if you do want to be involved in this esports virtual college fair, please be sure to sign up. But with that, that is our show. Thank you very much for watching. We're really excited for a whole other year of Checkpoint on Campus. And remember that we will always and forever and ever love you. Have a great week.